Hello, it is Thursday, January 15th, 2026, and today is story time. I'll tell you guys a story. The context was I was in first grade, and my father had received a report card that I was about to get an F in the first grade. He sits me down in our kitchen right before he gives me one of the greatest ass whoopings I've ever had in my life. And I'm thankful for every whip of his belt on my bottom, because my ass negotiated a truce to where my mind would be open to do what was necessary. And he told me this story. He says, there was a scientist who had created this humanoid body, and the humanoid body was perfect. The only thing that he needed was a brain to operate it, and whatever brain he put in there would live many years longer than in a regular human body. So he sent his assistant Igor down to the university to ask the university for a brain from a cadaver. So Igor goes down and brings back a brain, and it's the brain of a white man. And he asked Igor, how much for this brain? Oh, this brain was like 10 cents. He says, oh, no, I need a brain that is a little more valuable than 10 cents. So he sent Igor back. And then Igor came back with the brain of a Chinese man. He said, this brain is worth $1.50. He says, no, Igor. So tell the people at the lab I need a healthy brain, a good brain. Give me one that I could use. And he came back several times. He came back with an Indian brain. He came back with a Japanese brain. Came back with a Mexican brain. Brazilian. Every ethnicity you could think of. Finally came back with the brain of a black American man. And he looked sad. He said, Igor, why do you look so sad? He says, Master, I'm so sorry. This brain is going to cost you more money than what you spent developing this humanoid body. And finally, the scientist called the university and he says, listen, I've sent Igor down to this lab or to the university to find out what's going on, and why is this black man's brain so expensive? He said, this is the only brain that we have that's never been used. Now, it wouldn't be so funny if on a certain level it wasn't so true. The majority of black children, their brains haven't been used. And it's because nobody's trying to get them to learn. And oddly enough, I would say our culture has been hijacked by the women. And if it was remotely possible that they could take a moment to stop worrying about their selfish desires and lust for trinkets, that the black community could move forward in a very constructive and productive way. I just hope that whichever black person reads or hears this story, that they would take it to heart to learn and use that brain for as much as they can and get as much out of life as there is to offer, and stop worrying about what people say about you and what people feel about you. Take care.